Hi there, my name is Dr. Bree, and this workout is an abs and glutes focused Pilates Wall Workout that is a segment of my total body Pilates Wall Workout. So I highly recommend watching the total body workout and going through that first. It's about 35 minutes long and it's an awesome challenge. It also provides some really important instruction that's going to help you keep you completely safe during this workout. Check the video notes for a link. And if you're ready to get right to the ab and glute workout, then go ahead and keep watching. All right, we're gonna go down onto the floor next for some more focused abdominal and glute work. So come on down, get down onto the ground however you can. And we're gonna begin with our toes up against the wall. So try to put your toes in the corner of where the wall meets the floor and bring your sitting bones back behind you. Actually use your hands to bring your sitting bones back. Lift your heart toward the sky and then slightly round your back and just notice what happens to your core. So inhale and lift, and then exhale, hollow out your belly and feel the abdominals pulling in. Inhale, lift your heart, and then exhale, round your spine and feel your belly hollowing out, your pelvic floor lifting and your belly pulling in. Same thing maybe with your arms behind you. So you want to feel that you can lift your heart on the inhale and then exhale, feel your pelvic floor and your low abs activate. So as you round your back and hollow out your belly, feel your pelvic floor and your low abs activate. Now keep that core really strong, but your back flat. Don't round, just keep your spine nice and long, heart lifted, but your core active and strong as you touch one foot on the wall and then the other. This is all about just feeling the core connection. Do not round your back. Stay tall and lifted. Feel active from your pelvic floor on up through your low abs. Keep going. Just activating the core. That's all this is for, is just feeling the abdominals starting to light up and turn on. Now, you're going to come on down through your side, roll onto your back, scooch a little bit closer to the wall. You're going to have to just play around with position. You might find yourself having to scoot a little bit closer, scooting a little bit farther back. But now we're going to light up our center line, light up our inner thighs and also our abdominal muscles by sweeping the legs together. So out like a V and then together. Out like a V and then sweep them against the wall. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Feel the center line light up as you exhale and bring the legs together. 3 more. Again, feeling that center line light up. This is our last one right here. Feel the inner thighs, the low abs light up as you do that move. Now bend your legs. We're still just feeling the core connection. And you're going to pitter patter your feet against the wall. So go nice and slow like I am, just marching, just lifting your foot an inch or 2 up off the wall. Does not have to be a lot. And feel your core turned on. You can even use your fingers and feel those deep core muscles. Make sure that your ribs are not popping up off the floor. You want to keep your ribs knitted in and your spine is in neutral and your low abs are turned on. Your pelvic floor is also active too. So maybe you want to try going a little bit faster like I am. Just feel that that core is connected and turned on. Your entire core team, which includes your low abs, your pelvic floor muscles, your breathing diaphragm, your back, your hips. It's all turned on and active. So keep the core active and strong. Your low ribs are knitted in. They're not thrusting up toward the sky. Everything is knitted together. And you straighten your arms out in front of you and pump your arms. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. Keeping your feet on the wall. Now, this is a variation of Pilates 100, the classic exercise. So you can stay just like this with your head on the ground. That is a really great starter version. If you want to try, you can inhale, exhale, tuck your chin, and lift your head off the ground. Now, if this makes you feel any downward pressure in your pelvic floor, or any popping up of your low abs, then make sure to go back down to the floor with your head. Please do not risk yourself. Keep your head down on the floor if this makes you feel downward pressure. If you are doing okay, then you can come up a little bit farther. Still inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. But only lift your head and shoulders if you feel like you're not experiencing excessive downward pressure in your pelvic floor. If you need to drop your head back down, that's totally fine. You're still receiving the benefits by stabilizing your core against your moving arms. So keep your core strong, your pelvic floor lifted, keep breathing, and your head is only lifted off the floor if you can handle it. Okay, take a big, deep breath. That was a lot of work. Take a relax break. Your pelvic floor was so active during that last move that now it's really important to let it all go. Take big, deep breaths. You do not have to follow me. Just do whatever feels good to you. Maybe your right knee is toward the chest like I'm showing, or it's kind of off toward the side. Maybe your legs are in a V on the wall and everything is totally relaxed. Just follow along or do your own thing and breathe and soften your pelvic floor, your butt muscles, your hip muscles. Let it all go. Let it relax. And do not skip this part. It is truly one of the most important parts if you have a pelvic floor challenge, whether it's prolapse or bladder leakage or pelvic floor hypertonicity. You've got to release between strengthening moves. So now, your feet and your knees are turned out. We're going to do some more strengthening. Feet and knees are turned out, and you are lifting your hips up and down. Roll up and roll down. I'm going to show about 8 repetitions of this, but you can go slower than I'm showing if you want to. Think about lifting your spine up like a string of pearls and then setting it back down. You do not have to go as fast as I'm showing. Lift up and down. Keep going. This is working the glutes and the hamstrings, and of course you are breathing. Do not ever hold your breath. Now, keep the legs just as they are, turned out. Your hands go behind you, but don't let your chest pop up. Don't let your ribs pop up. Keep them down. And you can see that just this in itself is a great abdominal exercise, trying to keep your ribs down and knitted down toward your hips. Don't let them pop up when your arms go overhead. Now, the next step I'm going to show you is only for people who are more advanced. You are going to lift up and exhale every time you come forward. Now, lift up and exhale, making sure that your pelvic floor is lifted, your low abs are scooped in and up. If you feel any downward pressure on your pelvic organs, or if you feel any doming or tenting of your belly, do not do that. Keep your head and shoulders down on the floor. Just skip that last little move that I showed you. So now rub out your inner thighs, rub out your belly, release, relax, let it go. Take a deep belly breath. Relax a little bit more. Breathe deeply. And remember, this release work is actually a part of the workout, so please do not skip it. Big, deep belly breaths. And if you went through that move and you thought, oof, I pushed it a little bit too far, then just know for next time that you're not quite ready to lift your head and shoulders off the floor, and that's okay. You'll get there. All right, next move. Feet are together and knees are together, and you are lifting your hips up and down. So straight up and straight down with your hips. This is working the glutes, working the hamstrings, really strengthening everything. So keep your core strong and keep breathing. We're going to do about 8 of these bridges total. You've already done several, so just go at your own pace. Keep breathing. And now we'll add in an abdominal exercise. So knit your ribs down, make sure they don't pop up toward the ceiling. Your spine is in neutral. And again, your arms go back overhead and pump forward. So arms back and forward, keeping your ribs knitted in. Don't let them thrust up toward the ceiling. Breathe steadily, and you can feel this is an abdominal strengthener right here, even without lifting your head and shoulders. So only lift your head and shoulders if it's appropriate for you. You'll inhale, you'll tuck your chin, exhale, and hollow out your belly. Pelvic floor is lifted, low abs are pulled in, and in this position, just stay curled up off the floor and lift and lower your arms, only if this is appropriate for you. Stay down if you are feeling any downward pressure in your pelvic organs or any doming or tenting of your belly. We're almost done. And then relax and take a big, deep belly breath. Relax, release, let it all go. Relax your pelvic floor because during these strengthening moves, it's engaged. Your pelvic floor is active. Your low abs are active. So right now, take a break, rest, release, let go. Give the muscles a chance to recharge. And now we bring the legs together again, zip up your core again, and we're gonna do some oblique work. So keep your head and shoulders on the ground and just see how it feels to bring opposite wrist to knee. So opposite wrist to knee, exhaling as you bring opposite wrist to knee. If you want to add more, this is only for those who are able to really feel that lift of the pelvic floor and hollowing out, pulling in of the low abs and exhaling with this move. If you can do this without feeling a sense of downward pressure in your pelvic organs, then go ahead and do it. But if this gives you any sense of downward pressure in your pelvic organs, any type of bearing down feeling or tenting or pooching of your belly, keep yourself down on the ground like I'm showing now. So switch sides. Exhaling, keeping your head and shoulders on the ground. Exhaling, opposite knee to wrist. And only add the lift of your head and shoulders, that little curl. Only do that if you can keep the pelvic floor lifted and the low belly pulled in, exhaling. Only if you can keep that low belly pulled in, hollowed out, and the pelvic floor lifted. And only if this makes you feel good. If you feel any downward pressure, any bearing down sensation in your pelvic organs, then please stop. Do not lift your head and shoulders off the ground. Now take another rest. Totally relax. Let it go. In whatever way that feels good to you. For me, it's these legs wide against the wall, totally relaxing and breathing deeply. But for you, it might look different, and that's okay. You might try bringing the knee, kind of rocking it side to side, holding on behind the thigh. And then switch sides if you're trying that with me. Just relax, release, relax, release. Now on to another strengthening exercise. So feet together. You're gonna inhale, exhale, core is strong, and lift your hips up off the wall. Now start with your right leg. So up with your right, up with your left, down with your right, down with your left. Notice my hips are lifted the whole time. Up with your right, up with your left, down with your right, down with your left. Keep the hips lifted. And then release down. Straight up and straight down 4 times. Up and down. Straight up and straight down with your hips. All right, now stay up with your hips. Stay lifted, and right leg goes up toward the ceiling. Little tiny leg circles, like you're drawing a circle on the ceiling above you. And then go the other way, reverse. You're just doing 4 or 5 in each direction, and then back on the wall with your foot and roll down 1 vertebra at a time. We're gonna do that same exact sequence on the other side, but just give yourself a quick little break to shake it all out, release, let go of your muscles, and then strengthen up again. So strengthen your core, tone up your core, super strong, lift your hips, lead with your left leg this time. So up with your left foot, right foot, down with your left foot, down with your right foot, up with the left, up with the right, down with the left, down with the right. The hips stay lifted the whole time. Keep going. You're just doing 4 of these. And now you're going up and down 4 times with your hips. Up and down and up and down. Super strong through the back of the legs, the glutes. Keep breathing. Do not hold your breath. Now stay lifted. And left leg goes up toward the ceiling. 4 to 5 tiny little leg circles one direction, drawing a circle on the ceiling above you, then reverse. Tiny little circles, drawing a circle on the ceiling above you, hips stay lifted. And now roll down one vertebrae at a time. And relax. Take a deep breath. Flop out those legs. Totally relax and let go. I like in this position to rock side to side, give my low back a little massage. So just do what you need to do to relax and release and let go. Let those pelvic floor muscles recuperate after all that work. And now we strengthen again. So strong core, lift your hips up off the ground and keep your hips lifted as you bring one knee toward your chest and then the other. So exhale as you bring that knee toward the chest. Exhale and exhale. Keep going, keeping the hips lifted the whole time. Do not let your hips drop. Keep them high off the ground. Keep breathing. Strong core. This inversion is so great if you have prolapse. And now straighten the leg. You have one more opportunity for those leg circles. Right leg is circling around. Go the other direction. Circle around. Keep your hips lifted. And without taking a break, keep your hips lifted. Left goes up toward the ceiling, circle around, tiny little leg circles, and then go the other way. Keep those hips lifted. You should be burning. And feet on the wall, and roll down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Big, deep belly breath. Relax. Bring the knees toward the chest and rock side to side. And if this workout feels like a lot, just know you can come back to it, keep practicing, and listen to the limits of your body, and then work with them. You can gently push your limits. Now, open like a book and close like a book. Open like a book and close like a book. Rocking side to side, relaxing. This is a releasing stretch, so do not grip or engage your core. This is totally releasing and letting go. Say, thank you, body. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. And that's it. I highly recommend wrapping up your workout with a few minutes in hips up time, which is where you simply place your pelvis, the back of your pelvis, up on a yoga block or a small firm pillow and just totally and completely relax. Great job. Thank you so much for joining me today for this workout. And remember to check out the complete total body wall workout for more. Until next time, remember, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter. I will see you next time.